What if there's actually something that happens in the world when people rally around Jesus and they start loving in uncommon ways, they start being generous in uncommon ways? What if these what ifs could become reality? What if God wants to keep doing that? What if there is more work to be done? What if there are more people to create room for? What if there are more that God wants to say? If he wants to say, hey, you're living in hell right now, you feel dead inside, I want to make you alive, and I'm going to do it through an imperfect, beautiful, unlikely group of people called the church. We think God wants to keep doing that. We think these what ifs need to keep becoming realities. We want to gather on the weekends to worship. That's like this right now, right? But what if there's more work to be done here? What if there's a higher bar for us to reach? What if there's more ways that we can reach our friends and bring them into this space? We want to serve our neighbors. We want to knock on doors with love. We want to bring generosity to our community. We want to make disciples for God's mission, which is to say, what if there are steps that we can take together so that little by little, day after day, you and I are becoming more and more like Jesus. We want to teach our kids. We want to have these amazing environments, these safe spaces for kids, and we want to train students. And what if students, middle schoolers and high schoolers, wouldn't have to think that they're on the sidelines at church where in every other arena they're being invited into the game? Because sometimes around here, I think it's easy for us to look around and hear the stories and we think, I can't imagine like anything more could be done. Like how many more people could we feed? How much more space could we create for people who need to take steps with us? How much more creative and courageous could we be in our outreach? How much more leadership could we bring to the task? How many more tools could we have to disciple one another and take steps with each other? How much more could there be? What if more what ifs could become a reality? What if this is like low-hanging fruit for us, you guys? I mean, what if we haven't even begun to see what God can do through Granger Community Church? We're talking about taking a step. We're not talking about guilting anyone or creating some undoable burden. I mean, what if there's so much waiting to happen if all of us would just take a step together and say, count me in. I'm going on the record the next 2 years. I'm going to do what it takes to take my step to give, to help.